Have you ever felt constant swelling, tiredness without explanation, or that anxiety that seems to have no end? The problem may be in your gut, and if he continues to do so, gradually, he may be destroying his health silently, affecting his mood, energy, and even his immunity. But there is a solution. 6 magical foods capable of rebuilding your intestine in a few weeks, protecting you before it's late. Stay with me, because the last one is the most surprising, and almost no one knows. Before you continue, check it out. If you already clicked the like button, have you ever wondered that much of your well-being depends on something you don't even see? That your gut, this silent organ, be controlling your energy, your mood, and even how your body reacts to stress? He has already felt tired without explanation, constant swelling, constipation, or that anxiety that seems to arise out of nowhere, and asked, "Why does it happen to me?" The truth is that many of these signs are not coincidental. They can be alert that your intestine is weakened, inflamed, or unbalanced. And if nothing is done, these small problems can become serious complications for the whole body. What if I told you that there is a way to reconstruct and cure your intestine almost magically in a few weeks, just including some foods in your daily life? Yes, it is no exaggeration. 6 powerful foods, which act as true natural dressings, capable of repairing the intestinal wall, reducing silent inflammation, strengthening the intestinal flora, and further improving its energy, disposition, and mental clarity. Imagine waking up with a light body, quiet mind, and feeling a new vitality circulating through your body, all thanks to simple choices in your daily diet. And to help you take the first step now, I have prepared a free ebook that brings together everything you need to know about intestinal and body health. In it, you will find out what these 6 magic foods are, how to consume them the most effective way, and how they can turn your health from the inside out. Just click on the link to download and start your transformation today. Do you really want to know the foods that have the power to rebuild your gut and protect your body naturally? Want to understand how each one acts, almost as if it were a secret formula that his body was expecting, ready to regenerate and strengthen every cell of his body? In the next few minutes, I will reveal all this in a simple, practical, and accessible way, so you can immediately apply to your routine and feel the results week after week. Now I ask you, are you ready to find out the secret of a healthy gut and a body full of energy? Because the way starts here, and the first change can be done today with something you will learn in the next few minutes. There is a hidden universe within you, a silent place, invisible, but decides how you live each day. This universe is your gut. What almost no one knows is that he controls much more than digestion. It affects your mood, your energy, and even your memory. When he is injured, the whole body screams, sometimes in the form of anxiety, sometimes in the form of pain, sometimes in the form of a tiredness that seems to have no end. But there is a way to rebuild this invisible world, and it starts with a few foods. Today you will know the 6 most powerful. Stay with me until the end, because the last one is the most surprising of all. If you feel constant swelling, inexplicable pain, constipation, or even that emotional weight that doesn't leave, it may not be your mind's fault. It can be your intestine asking for help. The good news is that, contrary to popular belief, it can regenerate. Within a few weeks, cells on your intestinal wall can be reborn as if they were rebuilt from scratch, but only if you give the right bricks. And the first of these bricks is kefir. He is not just a fermented drink, he is a living army. Millions of beneficial bacteria that enter your body as small builders. They reach the intestine, expel the silent invaders, and begin to lift new walls of protection. Imagine a city destroyed after a war, broken streets, ruined houses, and suddenly, workers who, brick by brick, come to reconstruct everything. This is what kefir does inside you. You can drink milk or water kefir, a simple glass in the morning. Accessible, natural, and powerful. Many people report that in just 2 weeks they already feel less swelling, more energy, and even more mental clarity. But this is just the beginning, because next food not only reconstructs, it disarms silent inflammation that corrode your body inside. You have seen the first brick of this reconstruction, but what comes now is even more essential. A food capable of acting as an invisible shield against the most hidden wounds. In the next chapter, you will find out what this mysterious food is and why it can turn weeks of pain into weeks of relief. If kefir acts like the builders who raise the walls of their gut, the next food is like an invisible shield that protects these walls from the flames of inflammation. Because deep down, most intestinal problems are not just the lack of good bacteria, but from a silent war happening inside. This war has a name: chronic inflammation. She is treacherous because you don't see it. It does not cause immediate pain but slowly erodes the body. It is like fire hidden under the earth, burning roots without anyone noticing. And this is where the second powerful food comes in. Fermented foods such as sauerkraut, kimchi, or even miso. They are like natural firefighters. When they reach the intestine, they release compounds capable of erasing these invisible flames. While kefir builds, they protect. While the gut tries to regenerate, they ensure that nothing disturbs the process. Imagine a castle being rebuilt, new bricks being placed one by one, but if there is fire around every corner, nothing will last a long time. The fermented foods are the guardians that erase these fires, and at the same time they leave a trail of good bacteria, such as seeds planted on fertile soil. Science has proven those who consume fermented frequently have a lower risk of intestinal inflammation, better digestion, and even a stronger immune system. It is not magic. It is pure biology working in your favor. And most surprisingly, with small portions daily, you can already feel the difference. A spoonful of sauerkraut next to lunch, a little kimchi at dinner, or even a soup with miso. Simple, accessible, and transformative. But now, get ready, because the next food goes further. It not only reconstructs or protects, it acts as a biological cement, capable of sealing the small invisible wounds that make the intestine permeable. Without him, the bricks fall. With it, the structure remains firm. In the next chapter, you will discover this mysterious food that has already been used by old people to heal the body from the inside out. If so far we talk about builders and guardians, now it's the time for the foundation. Because a sick gut is not only inflamed or empty of good bacteria, it is often full of microfissures, small invisible cracks that let the blood toxins escape and create a domino effect throughout the body. It's like a wall full of cracks. From the outside, it may even look like standing, but inside it is slowly crumbling. And this is where one of the oldest and most powerful older foods comes in: the bone broth. Used by ancestral people in different cultures, it carries collagen, glutamine, and minerals that function as biological cement. When it reaches the gut, these nutrients fill the cracks, strengthen the walls, and create a firm barrier against everything that threatens to cross them. Imagine a road full of holes, hard to walk, dangerous, full of failures. Now imagine that little by little, someone pour fresh cement into each hole, leveling the way until they become safe again. This is exactly what the bone broth does in its gut. It seals, rebuilds, and gives firmness. And it takes nothing complicated. Just cook ox or chicken bones for hours, releasing the deeper nutrients, and drink as a hot soup or use as a base of everyday preparations. A tradition that seemed forgotten, but that modern science refused as one of the greatest weapons against the permeable gut. Many people who consume bone broth regularly report not only improvement in digestion, but also in the skin, joints, and even mental clarity. Because when the intestine closes and strengthens, the whole body thanks you. But beware, if bone broth acts as a cement, the next food is like the energy base that feeds good bacteria, ensuring that reconstruction continues to stand. Without it, the builders run out of fuel. In the next chapter, you will discover this essential, simple, and fiber-filled food that can turn your intestines in a few weeks. If the bone broth is the cement that seals the cracks, the next food is the vital energy that feeds the builders of its intestine. Because it is not enough to rebuild and protect, the microorganisms that live within you need food to survive. Without food, they die. And when they die, the gut again weakened. These microorganisms do not live with sugar or industrial fat. They feed on special fibers called prebiotic, and one of the richest and most affordable sources is in a simple, humble, and powerful food. B. Attach sweetness. When you eat sweet potatoes, the fibers reach almost intact to the large intestine. There they become the banquet of the good bacteria. It's like placing wood in a fire. Suddenly the flame comes to life, illuminates and warms everything around. With sufficient energy, these bacteria multiply, strengthen intestinal walls, and produce substances that reduce inflammation, balance hormones, and even improve mood. Imagine a rebuilt city with firm walls and attentive guardians. But a city only thrives if you have food. Without harvesting, without energy, everything collapses. The sweet potato is this harvest. It ensures that the city remains alive. pulsating, full of movement. And the most impressive, in a few weeks, increasing the consumption of prebiotic fibers can completely change the composition of its intestinal flora. It is as if you exchanged the bad residents of the city for a new, healthy, vibrant, and protective community. And you don't need anything complex. A piece of cooked, roasted, or even puree-shaped sweet potato is enough to feed this microscopic army. It's simple, cheap, and powerful. But something is still missing, because even a strong and well-fed city needs extra resources to maintain its flexible and time-resistant structures. And that's where the next food comes in. A small, almost invisible seed, but that carries good fibers and fats capable of enhancing the entire reconstruction process. In the next chapter, you will know this discreet but fundamental food that can completely change the health of your intestine. If so far we talk about bricks, shields, cement, and energy, we have now come to the details that make all the difference, because it is not enough to rebuild the gut walls. They need to be flexible, resistant, and at the same time nourished in each corner. And this is only possible with the help of two discrete foods, almost invisible, but that carry in itself a gigantic force: flaxseed and chia. These seeds look too small for such a big job, but inside there is a rare combination of fiber and good fats, such as omega-3, which acts as lubricating oil for the whole body. When they reach the intestine, their fibers form a gel that protects the mucosa, calms inflammation, and facilitates intestinal transit. It is as if the internal walls won a layer of softness, making the entire system lighter and efficient. Imagine gears of a machine that were stuck, full of rust, ranging with each movement. Now imagine that someone dumps pure oil, and suddenly it all starts to spin smoothly, effortlessly, without pain. This is exactly what flax and chia do with their gut. In addition, their good fats help balance the intestinal flora and strengthen the immune system. The intestine is no longer just a digestion organ and becomes a true living fortress that protects you from the inside out. And the best, just 1 tablespoon a day. You can put it in yogurt, in vitamins, or even in the salad. Small gestures, great results. Within a few weeks, your body already feels the difference, but the final piece is still missing. The 6th food, the most surprising of all. It is not fermented, not a broth. It is not a seed. He acts as an army of invisible guardians fighting free radicals and preventing new inflammation from corroding the work done here. In the next chapter, you will know this final food, capable of turning your intestines into a young, resistant, and protected fortaleza against time. The way here was like rebuilding a ruined city. First the bricks, then the guardians, the cement, the energy, and the oil that makes everything work in harmony. But every city needs elite warriors, capable of protecting against invisible attacks from outside. And it is exactly this role that the 6th food meets. The red fruits, strawberries, blackberries, blueberries, raspberries, small in size but giants in force. They carry potent antioxidants called polyphenols, which act as invisible soldiers. They enter their body, hunt free radicals, and erase microinflasses that could destroy all the work of reconstruction. It is as if suddenly you had an army of guardians patrolling the walls of your gut, ensuring that nothing and no one can invade. More than protecting, these antioxidants maintain resistant young cells ready to face the challenges of time. And the result goes far beyond the gut. Healthier skin, lighter mind, more balanced energy, because when the gut is strengthened, the whole body is reborn. Now you know the 6 foods capable of turning your health from the inside out within a few weeks. But before ending, I want to ask you something simple that can change the course of this journey. First, click the subscribe button here in the channel. This ensures that you get the next chapters in this series and keep learning how to rebuild and protect your body. Now leave your like in this video. This shows me that this content has made sense to you and gives me the strength to bring more revelations like this. And finally, share this video with someone you love. It can be a friend, a family member, someone who suffers from bowel problems and doesn't know where to start. This simple gesture may be the beginning of healing to someone else. And if you want to take the next step right now, click on the video that is appearing on the screen. In it, I reveal the 5 foods that most destroy your gut and how to avoid them. You've seen how to rebuild. Now you need to know what topple. We see each other there. The red fruits, strawberries, blackberries, raspberries, blueberries, small in size, giants in force. Within them live antioxidants called polyphenols, true invisible warriors. They enter their body like silent patrols, hunting free radicals, erasing hidden inflammation, and ensuring that all reconstruction work is not lost. It is as if suddenly its gut was protected by an elite army, keeping each wall, every gate. No matter what comes from outside, they are ready to defend, and the result of this protection you feel on the skin, in the energy, even in the brightness of the look. Now you know the 6 foods capable of turning your gut in a few weeks. Bricks, guardians, cement, energy, oil, and warriors. 6 pieces that together form a living fortress within you. And if this knowledge made sense to you, be part of this journey with me. A click on the subscribe button already ensures that you continue to receive content like this, straightforward, without losing anything. If at some point in this story you thought, "That's what I needed," leave a like. This simple gesture shows that it is worth continuing to bring these discoveries. And if anyone has come to mind now, someone who suffers from intestinal problems, who lives tired or discouraged, share this video. It may seem like just a link, but it may be exactly the answer that person has been looking for years. And to complete this path, don't stop here. Click on the video that is appearing on the screen now. In it you will know the 5 foods that destroy the gut the most and why eliminating them is as important as including the 6 you just discovered. I wait for you there. Click the screen now and watch.